Hi there and welcome to WGW. What's good, Wolves?
Good whatever time of the day you're tuning in, Timberwolves. Welcome to WGW. Mr. Beals, what is WGW? That's a fantastic question. All summer, I've been wondering what's a good way to stay up to date with our students and give them information about this upcoming school year that's going to be a little bit different than most. We've tried Facebook, emails, phone calls, and still probably missed a few people. So I woke up this morning at 4:30 and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I did what any middle schooler would do. I got on YouTube for hours. And as I laid there, it hit me. YouTube! So with the help of some familiar faces, we're launching to What's Good Wolves, or WGW, a new show dedicated solely to Banks Trail. Whether you'll be a Timberwolf virtually or in person this year, this show is for you and about you. If it isn't clear by it now, I have no idea what I'm doing, so let's just jump into this. Alright, sliding into our first segment, we're going to talk to Mr. Perch about what it means to walk the trail. Let's mask up. What's good, Mr. Perch? Can you tell us a little bit about the trail?
What's good, Mr. Beals? Yes, about the trail, my favorite subject. No, the trail. The trail is who we are, it's what we do. Banks Trail is the name of the school. The Trail stands for teamwork, responsibility, ambition, integrity, and leadership. These are the watchwords of our school. These are the cornerstones that everything that we do is based on. Teamwork, if you're here, you're part of the team. We can't do anything well unless we do it together, and we're going to lean on our fellow students, our teachers, our administrators, and together we can accomplish anything. Teamwork is a huge thing about what the trail is and what we stand for. Responsibility, hey, middle school's hard. Middle school's going to take a lot of work. It's going to be challenging. We want you to put yourself in the best position to do well, to be successful, to try new things, to learn, to fail, to get up and succeed, and responsibility is a big part of that. Ambition, we want you to be a goal setter. Set goals for the year. Set goals for things you want to do today, for things you want to do this week, for things you want to do 10 years down the road, and then put yourself in line to chip away and work towards those goals. Integrity, we want you doing the right thing. Be good people, take care of each other, choose kindness. Integrity is doing the right thing, even if nobody's watching, and that's what we expect of all of our students. And leadership. Leadership is key. Everybody in this building is a leader. Everyone can set an example. Everyone can do the right thing. Everyone can make this a better school, a better place, a better world for everybody. That's the kind of leadership we want to grow here. That's the kind of leadership we love to see in our students. And you put it all together and you got the trail. And that's who we are. We are the trail. Teamwork, responsibility, ambition, integrity, and leadership. Can't wait to have you back in this building. I miss you terribly. You'll have a great summer. Back to, Mr. Beals over there.
Whew. That was a great first segment. Thanks, Mr. Perch. Now we're going to transition into our next segment, Tips from Teachers.
Now it's time for Tips from a Teacher.
Tips from your teacher. Number 1, ask a lot of questions. There's no question that's ridiculous. Number 2, stay organized. What works for you might not work for someone else, but be organized and always ask for help. What's good, Wolves?
Tip from your TikTok teacher, learn how to smize and bring a positive attitude.
Hey, my loves. First, welcome to Banks Trail, to the virtual kids, and to our in the class children. We love you here at the trail, and we are so excited to have you here. But the reason I'm here today is some of you are going to do virtual school. But anyway, so be positive. Wake up every day at the same time. Do what you need to do. Reach out to your teachers and find a friend who is also doing virtual. Also, you can reach out to your friends who are actually in the classroom because they're doing what you're doing. They're just physically in the classroom. Now, all of my other babies coming to school, I need you to remember one thing when you come to school. You gotta wear your mask. And I think I heard through the rumor mill, I'm not sure, Mr. Beals could check me on this when he flips around the camera at some point, I think they're giving you these little lanyards. Are they getting them in middle school? Yeah, they're nodding. They're going like this. And it's the most fun thing ever. You're just going to attach your mask and you can't lose it. So you know how the teachers have lanyards? Y'all are going to have lanyards and you're not going to lose it. And I will see you again another time. Bye.
Now it's time for Burning Questions.
Is burning questions. These are questions you may have as we prepare for the school year. So all these questions come from our students. Shout out to Liv P for her questions for this week. If you'd like your questions asked or answered on What's Good Wolves, email them to me through our school website, and I'll be happy to do my best to answer them. There might be some questions that I don't have answers to, but I'll answer them as we go. So feel free to drop me any question. Thanks, guys. All right, Liv wants to know first, which administrator is in charge of each grade level? Great question. Typically, we change every year, and this year's a little bit different because of everything that's going on. This year, I'll be Mr. Beals, myself, I will be in charge of 6th grade. Miss Pettigrew is going to be in charge of the 8th grade, and Mr. Perch, myself, and Miss Pettigrew are going to split the 7th grade. So we're really looking forward to getting to work with each and every one of you. Also know that just because we're necessarily over a grade, it doesn't mean that we won't be willing to work with you if you're in a different grade. We take a very big team approach. We know that sometimes you just build relationships with some people better. So if you like Miss Pettigrew better than you like me, feel free to go ask her for help, and I'll be glad to follow up with her. Next, she asked, do I need to purchase a lock for my locker, or are we using lockers this year? Another great question. We made a decision this year, at least to begin the year, that we will not be using lockers. So what we're going to do is we are going to waive our traditional rule of no book bags in the classroom. We're going to allow students to carry book bags in the classroom because, one, the safety hazard of classrooms having large number of students is going to be diminished with our AB schedule. Now, as things progress, we'll continue to monitor that, and we may open up lockers at some point this year. And in that case, you will not have to buy a lock. We're not even going to charge a locker fee this year. Normally, there's a locker fee and student fees where we provide you a lock. But this year, if we've got enough locks, we've got it taken care of. If we decide at one point to open up the lockers this year, we'll provide the lock free of charge. Her next question is, will there be a lot of homework? Well, great question. Homework is always dependent on the class that you're in and the teacher that you have, but it's going to look a little different this year. On AB day, one day, so your in-person day, the day that let's say if you're an A student on your A day when you're at school, you may have something to do that night, but you're also going to have a B day assignment. So the day that you're away from school, you'll have an assignment to work on to come back the next day. So each day is going to count as a school day, so understand that there will be a lot of requirement on you at home, but you have that school day to do so. And our teachers are going to monitor that, and we're going to work through it, but we want this year to be a meaningful year for you. Now, our virtual students, that is going to, again, be up to the teacher. You will be working with them every day in class. Online, they may have some stuff that carries over if you run out of time that you'll have for homework. So it's really going to be up to the teacher, and they'll kind of let you know that each individually. Her next question, her final question is, how long do we have for class change, and how long are classes? You know, that's a great question. And honestly, as of right now, I don't have an answer for you. And that's because all the middle schools are working together to create a uniform schedule to help with our tie into virtual school, so everybody's running on the same school day. So in between class times hasn't been set yet. I'm hoping to answer that for you in a later session. But we'll look at if you're a 6th grader, we're going to have a little 6th grade academy at the end of this video to help you guys. I know there's a lot of questions our 6th graders have because middle school is new to you. So we're going to do some of the basic stuff that our 7th and 8th graders already know about what it's like to be in middle school at the end of this video. So if you want to, watch it then, you can. And for 7th and 8th graders, if you're new or you need a refresher, you can also feel free to jump in on that academy. That's going to be our orientation for our 6th grade. We're going to put a small orientation piece on the end of each video. All right, Liv, again, thanks for your questions. I hope to get some more questions from our amazing Timberwolves, so feel free to email them to me through our school website. All right, thanks.
Now, breaking weather announcements.
Pretty sunny. Think the hurricane has passed? It's a great day to be a Timberwolf.
Thank you, Mrs. Pettigrew, for the weather update. It is definitely a great day to be a Timberwolf. Now, our next section is a section where, again, we would hope to get a little bit more participation from our students. And it is truly What's Good Wolves and what our show is about. We want to hear from you. Share some of your successes. If you want to send in some videos with your parent permission, I understand that this is going to be posted to a YouTube channel that is not private, so if your parents don't want you to be a part of that, please don't submit it. If you video selected, we'll reach out to your parents, but if you have any cool talents or any unique things that you've accomplished this summer or since we've seen you or since we've gotten to know you, we want you to share that with us. If we select it, we'll add it into this section. In the meantime, Mr. Perch turned 40-something. I'm not going to tell you his age. He might get a little mad at me. Not too long ago, and for his birthday, his wife got him some stand-up comedy classes, and he's been working hard at that virtually. So I'm going to turn it over to him for some of his stand-up routine. I'll let you check it out, and you can tell me what you think.
Now that's What's Good Wolves.
See, there's only about 1.5 million questions floating around right now about school and what it's going to look like. Let me start with a question to you. What do you call a chicken looking at lettuce? Chicken sees a salad. Classic dad joke.
Ooh. Wow, thank you, Mr. Perks. That was fantastic, hilarious, knee-slapping material. So that if we don't have to continue to listen to his stand-up, please feel free to send us a video, something we can share during What's Good Wolves section of our show. Great job, Mr. Perch. Really, you nailed it. Thanks for tuning in to What's Good Wolves, or WGW. I hope you enjoyed our inaugural show. Look for another show to come out next week to fill in some more information as we prepare for this school year. 6th graders, I'm going to invite you to stick around a little bit longer on the back side of this video. If you're new, you can stick around too. There is our Path to the Trail program, our school orientation program that we prefer to do in person, but unfortunately we're just unable to this year. We're going to give you guys some key information. So 6th graders, if you want to ask some questions related to that, feel free to do it. Again, shoot me an email from our school website. But all right, Wolves up, Wolves out.
Now it's time for Path to the Trail Virtual Edition.
All right, 6th grade new students. Now that we have you alone and got rid of the 7th and 8th graders and the people that have been here forever, we know that you guys are feeling a little uncertain about coming to middle school. It's only natural. It's new, and it's going to be different. This year is going to be a little bit different for everybody, so you have that advantage. I'm going to throw it over to Miss Pettigrew, and she's going to talk to you all a little bit about what it's like to go through a typical daily schedule. And it might change a little bit, but understand we're going to walk you through it and make sure you're comfortable before within your first couple of days here. So here we go.
All right. So, 6th graders, I'm sure you're wondering what a typical day here at the trail looks like. So I just want to walk you through what we typically do, starting with homeroom in the morning. So when you first get to school, you'll report to your hallway, the 6th grade hall, and you will go to your homeroom class. During homeroom, they'll check attendance and have a few things to say and let you kind of know about your day, and just get you ready for the rest of the day. Then from there, you'll have a flex period. Sometimes you might be with your homeroom. You might stay with your homeroom teacher. We use that period for some enrichment. We use it for some remediation. In the past, we've used it for clubs. Right now, we're not looking at doing any clubs. But if we get to a point in the year where it's safer to do that, then obviously we'll add that back in. But for right now, we're looking at more of an enrichment, maybe in the beginning of the year, getting to know one another, team building, those kind of activities during that flex period. Then from there, you'll follow your typical schedule. You'll go to your third period class, which is going to be a core class, so your math, science, social studies, or your English language arts class. And then you'll go to fourth period, which will be another one of those core classes. And then you'll have lunch, and lunch is split into time to actually eat lunch, and then we typically have time for blacktop, which is where you're able to go outside and have a little bit of socialization time. The way we're setting that up might be a little bit different this year, but we hope to be able to give you some of that outdoor time, even if it's to take a lap around the building. But we want to give you some time to be outdoors. And then you come back in and you will report to your fifth period class, which is another one of those core classes. Like I said, the math, the science, social studies, or the English language arts. And then your sixth period class is your final core class for the day. So you'll wrap up there, and then you will go to the related arts hall. That's where you'll take you'll do that related arts wheel throughout the year. So you'll report to a related arts class, whether it's family and consumer science or chorus or PE. Everyone takes physical education, Spanish. Or computers, ITE. You will rotate through all of those courses throughout the year. But you'll have 7th and 8th period as a related arts class, and then you'll report back to the hallway, get packed up for the end of the day. And then you'll take your normal mode of transportation home, whether that is as a car rider or a bus rider. So I hope that puts you at ease and lets you know a little bit about how your day is going to look while you're here at the trail, and we can't wait to have you here. I'm going to pass it on back over to Mr. Bills.
Thanks, Ms. Pettigrew. 6th grade, I know that there is a lot of questions that you might have, and it's unfortunate that Path to the Trail was canceled this year. But we're going to do a little bit of these segments moving forward. I do want to hear from our 6th grade. Hopefully you guys will reach out to me. Let me know what you're most uncomfortable with coming into 6th grade. I know one of the big things in talking to some of our rising 6th graders is we're still not quite sure where everything is on campus. I know we did the video tour earlier this summer. Understand that, and our teachers have talked, and they agree that what we're going to do in the first few days is at some point you'll go on a nice socially distanced tour of our campus. They'll walk you around, help you see where the front office is, meet some people that are going to be key role players in your academic career. Don't you worry, before then we're going to have some interviews with some of those people. We're going to put them on there so you at least have a face, and hopefully it'll help you learn their name before you meet them in person. We'll also talk about later on topics like blacktop, which is our version of recess, what lunch will look like this year. We'll talk about what arrival actually looks like, what your core class is. We'll share with you the actual schedule once we have it confirmed as a district. We'll also talk about some key tips from some of our teachers, things like note taking, time management, working with people that you might be unfamiliar with, possibly even setting up cohorts for your off day, so the day you're not here. Let's see. And possibly even some morning meetings and things like that. We are so excited that you are going to be our newest Timberwolves. It's going to be a great year. It might be a different year, but we're going to make the best of this school year. That's our promise to you. Until we tune in again, Wolves up, Wolves out. Have a great day.